Tiffany Man here. This is the first of 2 videos for week 3, task 3.1. This is the quiz app. I've changed the icon to a little gaming controller. Tiff's quiz app, enter my name, put my name in here, and start the game. So we get welcome Tiffany. Question 1, how many bones in the adult human body? I've got my progress bar here. I know this one, 206. I'll hit submit. Submit changes to next. I get my indicator of the green background that the answer is correct. And now I can move on to question 2. So now at question 2, our progress bar has progressed. How many bones in the adult cat? Oh, tough one. 260. Let's go in the middle. Incorrect. So we get our red background this time to show that the answer is wrong. I'll hit next. Now this time I'll show you, I did a little exception handling thing. If I don't select anything, I get a little suggestion to make a selection. What is a duel between 3 people called? Trial, a trallon, or a trawl? I'm going to go with this one. Let's see. Correct. And then I'll hit next again and we get to our final page. So congratulations Tiffany, I scored 2 out of 3. I've got these 2 options. I'll hit new quiz and then my name comes up again here as per the requirements. So we'll just run through, this is actually 230, and then we'll get this one wrong, a trial. Yep, 2 out of 3 again, and then if I hit finish, the app closes. So going through the code, the main activity and the end page are both pretty basic. The bits that I found, definitely for this one, the trickiest, the intent, it was easy enough to get it from A to B, but then getting the name back again from the new quiz was the bit that really stumped me. So for this one we've used username and the entered text in the edit text up here to send the user's name to the questions activity, which was easy enough to follow. And then we start the quiz here. And we go to the questions. This is where all the action happens. So we've got all of our setup here. This is how I solved this name intent business. I made a global variable here and set it to name, which was the name received from the intent that I got from the other one. String name, here we go. So I set this name internally in here to the username and then set that to the global variable here. That's how it works. And then I can use it here again to send the name to the final page with the score. Moving on, I've got these show questions, set answers, and reveal answers that are all linked. So the show questions, I've just added these 3 questions, questions 1, 2, and 3. Into a list, so they're indexed as 0, 1, and 2. I then had set up a question number variable, which was qnum, and then these 3 lists of the answers to questions 1, 2, and 3. And then I used radio buttons for the selections, set them up to the index of the associated list to the question number. And then set a correct answer variable to the correct answer from these lists, which I knew were C, A, and C. And then set an on-click listener, and on the on-click listener, I set another variable selected answer to the answer that was selected, whether it was A, B, or C in each instance, and it didn't matter in that case what question number it was, that's not in there. And then with reveal answers, if the selected answer was equal to the correct answer, background went green. And then I set up this, and I got this great little hint online somewhere, which I'm sure, yep, I put the source for here, of how to group these radio buttons so that I could then say anything else in the group, if the selected answer was not the correct answer, that the background went red, so I didn't have to list them. Did that a few times, and then this is my little exception handling try catch here. If nothing was clicked at all, you get this message to make a selection, and then we increment the clicks so that we can move on to submitting for the next question coming up. And I -1 here so that the background colour still changed if we first made no selection. The clear button cleared the radio button selection and the colour. Set the colour back to white, again using this radio group here instead of listing A, B and C. The score was incremented if the answer was correct, but not if it wasn't. And then the question number was incremented so that we got and show questions, so we got a fresh set of questions instead of having to make 3 different activities for question 1, question 2 and question 3. And then we increment the progress bar here, and then this is where all the action happens. So we've got get name, show questions, set answers, and then the on-click listener for submit had to be clicked twice before it moved on to the next question. And then the end page, again, so getting the intent from the questions activity happens here. Congratulations plus name. I really would like to plus a little exclamation mark here. So that's been fixed. We then get the score as well using that same get intent method that we learned last week. And then we've got the name start again. This is how I sent the name back to the first page. And then we've got our finish button, which finishes the affinity. So that's our first one, and then we'll come back for the calculator app.